Have you seen this first clip? First time you've seen Ludwig? Oh yeah, I have it right here. I sent this to Ludwig last night and he didn't respond to me, but I've been waiting. I've been excited to watch this. This is a clip from April 16th, 2019, and I did not know who Ludwig was at this moment. This is not a joke. Lil Bear, you were wondering, you were confused if I was like actually kidding or not. No, I legitimately don't know who Ludwig is at this point. A lot of people forget that I didn't know anything about online culture. People think like because I'm so brain rotted now and know so much about Twitch and online culture now that like I always did. But there was a very long period of time from like all the way into like 2020. And even then I had a lot of like weird blind sides and blind spots, and I still do, but I mask it better in my opinion. I did not know who Ludwig was, but at the time he was also averaging like 200, I think. Anyway, I'll tell you more about the Ludwig lore in a second, but here. What's this, daddy? What is this?
Go for the teenage Stalin look. Wait. Hold on a second.
Who is this person? Who is this person? Look at, like, dude, at this point I had like recently figured out you can pop out the chat. This is 2019. Look at how happy I am, dude. I used to look, it's because you're no longer a provocateur gamer. Are you purposely putting the corner of your cam over Lud's face so that look? Oh, I didn't realize I was doing that here. I mean, Ludwig was just like looking. He pulled up photo of me and he's like memeing, I guess. This is basically when I was living in my 1-bedroom apartment. I had just moved into my 1-bedroom apartment in West Hollywood. Okay. And this is like 3 houses ago, basically. And I was just like starting. I was taking Twitch pretty seriously. Here are the stream details. This is my stream that day. My average was 3,500 viewers, and my peak was 5,900 viewers. And you know, I was a mid-level, like kind of small, just recently growing streamer. Let's look at what Ludwig's was. Can we just like quickly pull Ludwig's as well, bro? You get that many people in here before the stream starts? Yeah, I mean, obviously. I think at that time I had like, I don't know how many subs I had at the time, but it was like maybe like 5,000 subs or something. I mean, yeah, look at this. This was March 31st, 2019 is when I discovered pop-out chat. Oh, literally, I'm telling you, that's April. That clip is from April. That is when I first started doing pop-out chat. This is before Chatterino. 3K is not really small, relatively speaking. I mean, I'm just thinking about it from where I'm at now. Yeah, Ludwig at the time was averaging 200 viewers. His peak was 395. He was like a fucking small streamer. I had no idea who the fuck he was. I mean, back then, 3K wasn't like super small. Let's be real. Like it's still not super small, but even back then it wasn't super small. But I was, you know, like I wasn't big enough to like get all of the amenities that I have now, you know what I mean? And yeah, I had no idea who the fuck Ludwig was. But what's really funny and interesting about this story is that I knew Ludwig's sister. I knew Ludwig's sister before I ever even went on Twitch. Ludwig's sister, Pernilla, is someone I've known for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I literally lived in her old apartment for a very long time. Because the connection is actually really interesting. So Ludwig's sister, Pernilla, and it's not like that. It's not like the way you guys are presenting it. Ludwig's sister, Pernilla, has been dating the cousin of one of my very good friends from college for years. So I've known her for like 10 fucking years pretty much. Yeah. And I remember at the time, like around like this time when Ludwig had done this clip of me, okay? I remember like going to my friend's birthday. Okay. And having Pernilla tell me about like, oh, you're on Twitch. Like, I hear you're really blowing up. You're doing great. You know, my brother does it. And I was like, who's your brother? Like, I was being nice, but I was like, I had no fucking clue who this guy was. And she was like, yeah, my brother Ludwig, he also streams on Twitch. He says like, you know, he's really blowing up right now. And I think that was when he started doing like, I don't know, maybe, I don't remember exactly when it was. It was many, many years ago, but I literally had no idea who the Ludwig was, and I was like, oh, okay. Like in my mind, I thought Oh, it's like a boomer. You know what I mean? Like a boomer when they're like, oh, you do the Twitch thing? Like, so does my son, right? Kind of like that, because she's such a normie. She has no fucking idea how this stuff works. So I thought she was just like hyping up her 2-viewer Andy brother, right? Not realizing that it was this like guy who was at the time at least, like, you know, growing a lot. Didn't he recognize the apartment on stream? No, not this one. This apartment where I'm living, this apartment when he made this clip, that apartment I was living in is not the one that the one that I moved into, the 2-bedroom where I live with my mom. That's the one I literally got from them. They were renting that apartment. Remember, because I don't have a credit card, right? So I always had to like literally take on other people's leases, or I had to like sneak my way into apartments because I don't have a credit score. I didn't have a credit score at the time. I do now. I don't have a credit card still, but I didn't have a credit score. The how I got into this apartment is actually kind of funny too. If you want to know about that, old heads of the stream already know this story because I've talked about it many, many times. I got into this apartment through another person who is now massively famous and successful on YouTube. His name is Enes Yilmazer, and you all know him as the guy who goes to every expensive fucking house in Los Angeles. Enes is Turkish. I knew him through a friend. And I knew that he had done like real estate stuff in the past. So I was like, Enes, I don't have credit. I don't have any credit score. Like I don't have a credit card and I can't fucking rent. I have enough money to be able to rent like a decent apartment. And Enes was like, oh yeah, well, don't worry. There's actually a 1-bedroom that's available in my apartment complex. I really like it. And I know the lady who like looks in the management company. I know the lady who works for the management company who checks the credit scores so we can like sneak you in. And it was her last day on the job. And it was literally on a Friday. I still remember that this lady was like, all right, I hope you don't fuck me over with this. I'm leaving this management company. I trust NS. I am going to let you sneak through without even though your credit score would not allow us to give you this apartment normally. And that's how I did it. That's how I got into that 1-bedroom apartment. White privilege? Brother, I'm describing literally a Turkish man and the Turkish connection. If anything, the privilege there is the fact that like as a foreigner, you work within your network of other foreign people that you know. That's what it is. It's how you work. It's like a sense of community. And at the time, Enes had not even started his videos at all. Oh, that's my fish cam.
Moving. He's sleepy.
This is when I first moved to this apartment.
Look at him moving.
God, Enes fucking loved fish too. He was so he would take him out all the time. Yeah, this is when I first found pop out chat.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. I've been on Twitch for a year, dude. I can finally see the emotes. I can finally see the emotes. Oh my God.
God, that couch was so fucking awful. Oh my God. I bought that couch on Amazon for like $100, and I bought it because I thought it was like, it looked cool. Okay. God damn it. That couch was so bad, dude. That one was a hand-me-down. That's hand-me-down. I got that from a friend. I got that futon from a friend. This couch was so bad. It broke too. It was so uncomfortable. It was so fucking insanely hard. You couldn't even sit on it. It hurt you when you sat on it. You were streaming on your phone here from the new apartment? Oh, I had no electricity.
At least I'll, Okay. I'm not dying before I finish this food. Like, if there was a fucking paramilitary death squad that was at the door and we're like, yo, we're gonna kill you, like, sorry, I'd be like, nah, I have to finish this food first.
Remember when you had to borrow power from your neighbor? I do, but that was not this house. It was the one afterwards. What's wild is that this all really hasn't, it's not all that long ago, but it's amazing how much your life has changed in under 10 years. It's really awesome to see the growth. Yeah. How do you borrow power? I used books as a monitor stand for the longest time. My humor never changed. It's just like the things that I use in my production dramatically improved, but I didn't even have I did not have a arm for a monitor for the longest time, and it was fucking up my back a lot. Which is why I had to use like books to elevate them for the first time ever. And I was like, oh, it's crazy. Playing with fish while moving in. Yeah, I mean, one thing that did not change, other than my takes didn't change, right? My style of humor didn't change. My awful sense of fashion didn't change. But also, another thing that didn't change was that I fucking streamed so much. I streamed nonstop. 2019 was probably the hardest year for me in terms of streaming, because I was streaming like 6 to 8 hours every day while simultaneously doing a full-time job leading up. I would start streaming at like 2 p.m., 1 to 2 p.m. And before that, I was waking up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., literally fucking doing a full-time job at the Young Turks. And then coming from the studio back home and fucking streaming. I think that's why I blew up a lot when in 2020 I made that change when I basically became a full-time streamer, because like I was able to focus a lot on it, and then I was able to serve you the top of the hour ad breaks, for example, which come at the top of every hour, and there's a 3-minute ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. For $5 or for free. How did you deal with the relationships, etc., with all this going on? I didn't. I was fucking awful. I literally, my entire life was work. And I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, my entire life, it was insane, dude. I don't know how the fuck I did it, to be honest. When I look back at it now, and if I had the opportunity again, I don't know if I would be able to do it. I worked out before stream. I remade your Doki Doki playthrough, and it was so cute because you loved the 2K people were watching you gaming more than before at that time. Yeah, that was a big deal for me. I mean, I've always had the same issue between like, having React Andy followers versus having a dedicated audience of like gaming fans. Another one that you should find and do if you want, Lil Bear, is my Papers, Please playthrough. That was really good too. Sekido is another classic. There's a bunch of fire ones in there. Oh, you already did it? Nice. Detroit. The Detroit Become Human was another crazy playthrough. Does it help that TYT job was similar to your streaming subjects politics, or does it hurt because you felt like you were doing more of your job at home? No, it helped. It truly helped. It of course it helped. What also helped is that like TYT had a policy where like they were like, we're not paying you a lot, so you can get like unlimited PTO if you want. You know what I mean? Like they were very hands off. And when they became hands on, that's when I actually, when they became more hands on and told me I can't stream, that's when I forgot to run the 3-minute break. That's when I literally turned around and quit. Yeah, they told me I had to stop streaming. They were like, oh, you're competing with us. That's literally when I quit TYT to do it full time. But anyway, so this was a fun little moment, a blast from the past. Here's some other deep lore. This is when I first had a desktop stream. This is when I was streaming through a MacBook, by the way, which was awful because I only had the FAP top. So this is some deep lore from the very few clips before I looked at. This is Hasan the Hun getting his first computer audio to work through OBS for the first time. Literally started political coverage, and this motherfucker chose this song. I still torture you motherfuckers with this. Papers, Please got me. Start subscribing. Separated you from the other politics podcasters and YouTubers. Funny role play. Hell yeah. Glad to see money hasn't changed you. Yeah, that's what's like really fucking funny, which is like, I have been the same fucking person. The only thing that's changed is like how many subscribers I have or how many more people watch me now. But I like my jokes are the same. My humor is still the same. Like maybe I need to update myself a little bit, you know? Literally the same.
You like Nutella?
Why do you think calling people losers enforces your opinion more than not? Why are you filled with hate, bro? Because your mom gave dome, you loser. Get the out of my channel, you Trump.
I mean, this is literally 2019. I'm eating and I'm shitting on a fucking chatter.
Get wrecked, you fucking absolute dingbat.
Don't consider them to be a developing nation.
Yeah, not much has changed. Back in November 2019, I linked you my Dio cosplay I made, but you also went and complimented my weight loss on my Insta highlights. Definitely been a huge encouragement for me since then, homie. Fuck yeah. Congratulations. Do you think your temper was better or worse in 2019 compared to now? No, it was worse. I used to be significantly more angry, especially 2019. I was so much worse. People don't realize because I was a smaller streamer. I used to be way worse. I had to literally, I wrote on a big whiteboard in front of me on my fucking behind the cameras, stop getting angry and stop showing your emotions. Like, so I could constantly remind myself that like I, you know, can't get fucking mad. I used to get I was so much worse, dude. Is that the board in the back? Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see my setup there too. This is after I actually got monitor arms though. Used to mod so much we made you write this down. Stop thinking things seriously, people happy. Yeah. Anyway, okay, we did a blast in the past. Let's look to the future, you know. Many more fun streams and the like coming.